Just a fumble fest. How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
This is Jakeem Grant. Runs through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That's good.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. They're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. That decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson looking long for Thomas. He rifles one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson looking sideline, incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and will leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
They'll try and bring it in with Janovich, the fullback. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
1 yard on the play. It's now
they run it again with Janovich. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Andy Janovich taking it in. And Washington has taken the lead. McManus now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next is Washington 14. Chargers 7. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After After the interception, here's Jackson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second down.
Oh, I like this call. I know they weren't successful on it, but so many times defenses load up trying to get a safety when you're in this spot. How about taking the shot downfield, hoping to use their momentum against them? They didn't get it, but I sure like what they were doing there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 16 yards, a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. First and 10 at the 11. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Jacobs, as the first half is winding down, and the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The extra point is good.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You get an empty possession, put the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Well, it's intercepted. He's trying to get it to Ridley. Duke Dawson picks it. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down yards shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Jackson. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now this one over the middle and into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
1st and goal.
A good pickup there at 22. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Jackson from the shotgun. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
That's a 15
from the gun. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They go play action with Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. To throw again is Jackson. This one caught by Isabella. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play you made there in the open field.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Again, Jackson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson, flush to his right. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 42 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And Brown's got it for a Charger touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the 4th. A pivotal moment in this football game. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there.
Washington 14. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Third on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Who wants some?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Goldman will run it. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Washington on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Robbie Anderson. 72 yards. And Washington has made this a one-score game.
Brandon.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Grant sets to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Jackson.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Jacobs. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Jackson to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
There's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That's going to set him back 5 yards. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. First defensive back taken in this year's draft. Darnell Savage there to knock that one away.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
14-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Number 28.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bradley Roby on the tackle.
2nd and 8 coming up. And the Bolts have done it. The Los Angeles Chargers are the Super Bowl champions.
Kick it and go. Kick it and